What's up, everybody? This is Nico and Kaylin from GHL. It's 2018 is here. I know the last couple weeks to a couple months you guys have been thinking about your goals, your New Year's resolution. We're not going to focus on New Year's resolutions. We're going to focus on just grinding. Alright, that's all we're going to do. This program, we're going to start you off small. It's training, it's conditioning. You just don't go run a 5K without preparing. Well, this is your preparation. You have to realize where you are and where you need to be.
So a lot of people are intimidated by the word change. When someone says we need to do something different or we need to change, we almost like take that offensively because we define ourselves by certain aspects of our character, and some of our goals would require us to feel like we were changing ourselves. And so people are resistant to that. They're like, no, I'm not changing. I should be loved for who I am, which is true, you should. Yeah. But we believe more in evolution. We believe in evolving. So the example that we kind of came up with is, it's kind of silly, but it's Mario. Yeah. He starts off as a little guy, right? And once he gets his mushroom, he becomes a big Mario, but he's still Mario. So he has not changed. He's not changed how he is as a person, but he has evolved into something better and stronger that helps him through his journey, through his levels of life, I guess, basically, if you want to put it that way. Yeah. We're not looking to change you. We want you to want to evolve yourself and become better and better in every aspect of your life.
What is this glass house living?
Anyone should be able to look into your life at any point, obviously, besides privacy stuff. Obviously, you're not sharing super private things. It's just a metaphor of you should be able to live in a glass house and not have to hide anything from anyone, because that would mean that you're not happy with a certain aspect of your life and you're embarrassed for other people to see it.
We live in a social media world today where everything is instant gratification. You know? It is. But in glass house living, it's literally being true to who you are and understanding that, okay, yeah, I can post this perfect picture of me and Kaylin out and about, but we just got into a fight and I broke 17 dishes, or you know, she threw a knife at me.
That didn't happen.
You know, but that could happen. That's not glass house living at all. It's being comfortable in your skin and knowing who you truly are and not searching for these outside sources for approval. The only approval you really need is within yourself, and the only way to do that is digging within yourself.
We have what we call unhelpful beliefs somewhere deep down in our subconscious mind that makes us act out in certain ways. And a lot of these beliefs we may know are there. Also, a lot of these beliefs we may not be aware of at all. And until you go through personal growth journeys, sometimes you don't even know until all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that I felt this way until I had to face this and this. And these things create a certain order of things that can be either your destiny or your destruction. So when you have a belief, it's gonna affect the way you think. The way you think is gonna be the way you talk, your actions. And then from there, when you do an action over and over, you develop a habit, which then develops your character, which then determines whether or not you have destruction or you achieve your destiny. And these beliefs they operate so deep and ingrained in there that it's hard to dig them out. And that's what personal growth does, and that's what we've went on a journey. We're always growing, so obviously we're not there yet. We're not where we used to be, that's for sure. Find what are those unhelpful beliefs that you have through time and effort in whatever goal that you have, and try to reprogram those thoughts, and then that will then change your symptom, which is your life. Your whole life is a symptom of your beliefs and how you think. And if you're able to adjust and evolve those, then you can evolve your life.
Literally do this. Please take a second, grab a cup, put some water in there, and I want you to go outside and get some dirt. Put the dirt in the cup, swirl it around. That's your mind. And what you have to do, you have to put that cup under a faucet, under a sink, whatever, spout, whatever, spigot, whatever you choose to say. Put that cup underneath there, turn that water on, and flush out that water. Eventually, the dirty water, the dirt, the mud, it will rid itself out, and you will have clean water.
But if you keep throwing dirt back in there all the time.
True.
That's the one thing we talk about.
You gotta keep it pouring. You gotta keep it on.
Okay, so we talk about living in a glass house. Well, a house needs a foundation, right? And I don't know if you guys have ever heard the expression that you built your house on sand. Well, in our opinion, most people nowadays' house is built on sand, which means the smallest thing can knock the house completely over. We need a strong and wide foundation. All the work that's done to have your beautiful house is underground, aka your subconscious mind, and all the underground work is not pretty and no one cares about it, and it's hiding underneath, and all they care about is the beautiful stuff they have on the top. But in order to get that, we have to really work on our foundations. So the base, first of all, is your personality. This is a part of you that you cannot change. And we don't want you to change it. This part of you is what makes you you. It's how you interact. Of course, you're gonna evolve how you interact. But we're not gonna make you change from Mario to Luigi, right? we want you to stay who you are. You need to know yourself, like you know yourself, but you need to have a name to it. You need to have a way to explain what kind of personality you have. So we have a couple of tests. You need to know how you love, how you give, how you receive, how you think, how you interact. What's your base personality? You have to know that. And then from there, you need to build your strong pillars on top of that. So we have 3 subjects that's all on personal growth. So there's 4 pillars. Personal growth is 1, and the other 3 pillars are always going to bank off of that. So we talk about how personal growth works, and it has to do with that whole thing we just showed you earlier about beliefs, words, thoughts, actions, etc., etc. So our personal growth is going to go in and change those negative beliefs that we have in the following areas. Finances, if that's what you want to work on. Health and fitness, if that's what you want to work on, or relationships of any kind, if that's what you want to work on. And you're not limited to just one. You can do 2, you can do all 3 of them.
Eventually you should want to do them all. Eventually you should be, like I said, firing at all cylinders.
So we're going to be giving information on every single pillar each week on what you want to focus on, depending on which pillar that you choose to focus on.
The first thing you can do, I know you're all excited. You're like, I'm ready to go. No, look, sit down, relax. We're gonna take you on a long and comfortable ride. It's gonna get you to your destination if you stick to it. And we're gonna be here with you. We're not just gonna hand you this information, we're gonna do it with you. Be ready to go and just stay tuned. If you really need more information or personally talk to us, anything of that nature, you can always inbox us at GlassHouseLiving /GHL. Thank you, and GHL me out.